If you're planning to apply for a U.S. student visa in 2026, the information you're about to hear directly affects your decision-making process and timing. Recent developments in the U.S. student visa system have created conditions that international students like yourself should understand before submitting your applications. This is not about guaranteed approvals or shortcuts to success. This is about the factual changes in processing patterns, interview approaches, and systemic improvements that impact how you should prepare for your visa journey in 2026. Over the past several months, you may have noticed discussions in student communities about shifting trends in U.S. student visa processing. You may have heard conflicting information from friends, consultants, or online forums. Today, you will receive a clear, fact-based analysis of what these changes mean for your specific situation as a prospective 2026 student. The reality you face as an international student preparing for U.S. higher education carries significant uncertainty. You may be concerned about visa refusal rates, interview experiences that seem unpredictable, or financial documentation requirements that appear overwhelming. These concerns are not unfounded. The student visa process has historically been complex, and you have likely heard stories from other students that range from smooth approvals to unexpected denials. Your anxiety about visa interviews is understandable. You may worry about answering questions incorrectly, presenting documents in the wrong format, or failing to convince the visa officer of your genuine intent to study. The pressure you feel is real because the consequences of a visa refusal extend far beyond administrative inconvenience. A denial can delay your academic plans, impact your career timeline, and create additional financial and emotional stress for you and your family. Financial concerns add another layer of complexity to your situation. You may question whether your funding documentation is sufficient, whether your family's financial background will be scrutinized negatively, or whether changes in currency exchange rates will affect your ability to demonstrate adequate resources. These worries often compound with concerns about proving ties to your home country while simultaneously showing serious commitment to U.S. education. The current student visa landscape reflects broader patterns in U.S. immigration processing that you should understand. Consular posts worldwide have been working to address appointment backlogs that accumulated over recent years. This means you may find more predictable scheduling windows for your visa interview compared to the uncertainty that characterized earlier periods. The system improvements focus on processing efficiency rather than approval rates. But this efficiency benefits you through clearer timelines and more consistent interview experiences. Visa officers have been receiving updated guidance on evaluating student applications, with emphasis on understanding your genuine educational intent, rather than focusing solely on potential immigration risk factors. This shift in approach means your interview is more likely to center on your academic plans, career goals, and educational preparedness, rather than dwelling extensively on speculative concerns about your future intentions. What you are about to hear is often misunderstood by students and even some advisors. The improvements in the student visa system are not about making approvals easier or lowering standards. Instead, the changes focus on making the evaluation process more predictable and consistent. For you, this means better clarity about what documentation you need, what interview questions to expect, and how your case will be assessed. The technological infrastructure supporting visa processing has been upgraded, resulting in faster document review and more efficient case handling. When you submit your DS-160 application and supporting documents, the processing timeline becomes more reliable. This reliability helps you plan your academic preparation and financial arrangements with greater confidence in the schedule. Interview slots at many consular posts have become more available, particularly for student visa categories. This availability means you can schedule your appointment closer to your preferred timing rather than accepting dates that may not align with your academic calendar. The increased availability does not indicate relaxed standards, but rather improved resource allocation within the consular system. The focus during your visa interview has shifted toward understanding your educational journey and career aspirations. Visa officers are trained to evaluate whether your chosen program aligns with your academic background and professional goals. This approach means your preparation should emphasize the logical connection between your previous studies, your selected U.S. program, and your intended career path after graduation. Document processing has become more systematic, with clearer guidelines about acceptable formats and required information. When you prepare your financial documentation, academic transcripts, and supporting materials, you can follow more specific requirements rather than navigating ambiguous standards. This clarity reduces the likelihood of administrative delays or requests for additional documentation. This next point is where many students get confused about interview dynamics. Visa officers are not trying to trick you or catch you in contradictions during your interview. Their primary objective is to understand whether you qualify for a student visa under U.S. immigration law. Your role is to present accurate information clearly and demonstrate that your educational plans are genuine and well-conceived. The questions you will face during your visa interview typically follow patterns related to your academic background, your chosen program, your financial situation, and your post-graduation plans. Officers want to understand why you selected your specific university and program, how this education fits into your career development, and whether you have realistic plans for using your education after completion. Your academic preparation becomes crucial in this context. Officers evaluate whether your educational background provides adequate foundation for your intended studies. If you are transitioning between fields or pursuing advanced degrees in areas different from your undergraduate focus, you should be prepared to explain the logical connection and demonstrate relevant preparation or experience. Financial documentation serves multiple purposes in the visa evaluation. Officers need to verify that you have sufficient resources to cover your educational and living expenses without unauthorized employment. They also assess whether your funding sources are legitimate and sustainable throughout your program duration. Your financial presentation should be comprehensive, accurate, and clearly documented. The emphasis on genuine student intent means officers will explore your motivation for studying in the United States rather than pursuing similar education in your home country or other destinations. Your answer should reflect serious consideration of your options and clear reasons why U.S. education specifically serves your goals. What you are about to hear is often misunderstood regarding post-graduation plans. You're not required to promise immediate return to your home country, but you should demonstrate awareness of opportunities in your home country and realistic career planning. Officers understand that many fields benefit from international experience, and your plans can include working in the U.S. temporarily through appropriate visa categories after graduation. Common mistakes students unknowingly make include providing inconsistent information across different parts of their application, failing to research their chosen program adequately, or presenting financial documentation that appears inflated or unrealistic. These issues are entirely preventable through careful preparation and honest self-assessment. Your interview responses should be direct, accurate, and confident without appearing rehearsed or artificial. Officers can distinguish between prepared answers that reflect genuine planning and memorized responses that suggest coaching. Your preparation should focus on understanding your own motivations and plans clearly rather than memorizing specific phrases or answers. Document authenticity receives significant attention during the evaluation process. All your supporting materials should be genuine, accurately translated if necessary, and properly formatted according to consular requirements. Any discrepancies or questionable documents can result in additional scrutiny or denial. The timing of your visa application requires careful consideration relative to your program, start date, and personal circumstances. You should apply early enough to allow for processing time and potential administrative delays, but not so early that your circumstances might change significantly before your program begins. Your academic documents should clearly demonstrate your qualifications for your intended program. This includes official transcripts, standardized test scores, and any relevant certificates or credentials. The documentation should show a logical progression in your education and support your readiness for advanced study. Financial clarity involves presenting documentation that accurately reflects your ability to fund your education and living expenses. This includes bank statements, scholarship letters, loan documentation, or sponsor affidavits as appropriate to your situation. The financial information should be current, verifiable, and sufficient for your program duration. Course and university alignment means demonstrating clear understanding of your chosen program, its requirements, career relevance, and how it fits into your educational trajectory. You should be familiar with your university's reputation, faculty, resources, and opportunities that specifically attracted you to this choice. This next point is where many students get confused about timing considerations. Your visa application should align with your academic timeline, allowing sufficient processing time while maintaining validity for your program start date. Early planning helps you avoid rushed applications or scheduling conflicts. The preparation process should include thorough research about your chosen field of study, understanding current trends and opportunities in your industry, and developing clear articulation of your academic and career goals. This research demonstrates serious commitment to your educational investment. Your home country ties deserve careful consideration in your preparation. These ties include family relationships, property ownership, business interests, or career opportunities that demonstrate your connection to your home country. The ties should be genuine rather than artificially created for visa purposes. Language preparation extends beyond meeting university admission requirements. Your ability to communicate clearly and confidently during the visa interview reflects your readiness for academic study in English. This communication skill also demonstrates your likelihood of academic success. Understanding realistic expectations helps you approach the visa process with appropriate perspective. Each application is evaluated individually based on specific circumstances, qualifications, and presentation. No preparation strategy can guarantee approval, but thorough preparation significantly improves your likelihood of success. The visa approval depends on your ability to demonstrate eligibility under U.S. immigration law rather than on external factors or processing trends. Your individual qualifications, preparation, and presentation determine your outcome more than general approval rates or policy changes. Balancing optimism with responsibility means approaching your visa application seriously while maintaining realistic expectations about the process and outcomes. You should prepare thoroughly while having contingency plans in case of delays or unexpected results. The improvements in visa processing create better conditions for well-prepared applicants like yourself, but they do not eliminate the need for careful preparation and genuine qualifications. Your success depends on meeting the legal requirements and presenting your case clearly and accurately. What you should understand after reviewing this information is that the 2026 student visa environment offers more predictability and consistency than previous periods, creating better conditions for prepared applicants. The systematic improvements benefit students who take preparation seriously and present genuine, well-documented cases. Your approach should emphasize authenticity, thorough preparation, and clear communication rather than trying to manipulate the system or present artificial qualifications. The visa officers are trained to recognize genuine students with legitimate educational goals, and this recognition works in your favor when you present an honest, well-prepared application. The timing for your 2026 applications should account for improved processing efficiency while allowing adequate preparation time. You should begin your preparation early enough to gather proper documentation, research your academic choices thoroughly, and develop clear articulation of your goals and plans. Your financial planning should reflect realistic assessment of your resources and needs, rather than attempting to meet perceived expectations that may not align with actual requirements. Accurate financial presentation serves your interests better than inflated or unrealistic documentation. The key factors that determine your visa success remain unchanged: genuine student intent, adequate academic preparation, sufficient financial resources, and clear communication during the application process. The systematic improvements make these factors easier to demonstrate and evaluate, but they remain the foundation of successful applications. For students planning 2026 applications, the current environment provides clearer guidelines, more predictable processing, and more consistent evaluation standards. These improvements create better conditions for serious students who prepare thoroughly and present genuine applications. If you found this analysis helpful for your 2026 planning, consider subscribing for regular updates on student visa trends and immigration policy developments. Staying informed helps you make better decisions about timing, preparation, and application strategy. Remember that successful visa applications result from careful preparation, genuine qualifications, and accurate presentation rather than shortcuts or manipulation of the system. Your educational journey to the United States requires serious commitment and thorough preparation, but the current system improvements create more favorable conditions for students who approach the process professionally and honestly. Focus on building genuine qualifications, preparing comprehensive documentation, and developing clear communication about your educational goals and plans.